Right. Where the hell have you been? You're probably wondering, all 20 of you that actually watch these videos. Um, yeah, it's been about 6 months since my last one. And in my last video, I mentioned I was having a kid. And we did. Well, my wife had the kid. I didn't. But we had a great, awesome little baby boy. He's about 6 months old right now. And he is the coolest, cutest little guy in the world. But funny thing about having a kid, it changes your life a little bit. So I just haven't had time to do much recording and whatnot. I have been still working on the car. I have still been autocrossing, just haven't been able to record and edit and do whatever to put videos on YouTube. Having said that, what I'm going to do now with these videos is kind of have like an ongoing thing for my kid. So I'll start off by saying, hi, buddy. And later on in life, maybe he'll watch these videos and sit back and think to himself, wow, my dad was a gigantic dork, which shouldn't be a surprise because I don't plan on changing my dorkness anytime soon. So yeah, anyway, onto the car. We'll do a quick little update on the car. As if any of you watched before, you can see it's got new wheels and tires. So, oh yeah, by the way, the car's name is Betty White now. That was my cousin who came up with that idea. So yeah, the car's officially named Miss Betty White, and it made me laugh when he first called it that. So I'm sticking with it. Anyway, wheels and tires. That's the newest thing on the car right now. The wheels are Koenig oversteers. That's the brand name and model. They are 19 by 9.5 with a plus 35 offset. That's all four corners. And we're running the Federal 595 RSRR tires. They were good before. They're good now. I've had these on for about 6 months, and they've been really, really good. As far as mounting the wheels for you G8 people, whoever tells you that a plus 40 offset will work on the fronts is a big fat liar, because that's what I saw a lot on the internet, and I'm glad I didn't listen to that, because if I'd have gone with a plus 40, I wouldn't have been able to mount it. Even with the plus 35, I have to run a 5mm spacer, and that's because, I don't know if you can see it in there, you can kind of see it, it's shiny. I have to run the spacer because the camber that I'm running, which is negative 1.7 in the front, it just touches the front of the strut, or the side of the strut here with the top of the tire. So yeah, still had to end up running a spacer. In the rear, I had to run, I had to actually get the fenders rolled and pulled. Big, huge shout out to Samuel's Auto Core in Longwood, Florida. They rolled these, they rolled them, they pulled them, and they had to respray all of this. And they warned me ahead of time. They said this might crack through here when we go to pull them. And that's what happened, but they resprayed both sides of the car, and I could not even tell that any work was done. And actually, you still can't, you can barely tell, and that's only if you knew what it looked like before. So they did a fantastic job. Javier over there, he's an awesome dude, great people over there. So highly recommend them if you're in the Central Florida area and you need to have work done on your car. Those are the guys to go to for sure. Oh yeah, I should probably mention too, the tires are 275 35 19s. I don't know if I said that before. 275 35 19s, but with Federals, they run wide. So we're looking about like a 285 all around. The grip is good. I mean, I don't know what it's like to run Bridgestone RE71Rs or Rival S 1.5s, but these are good. Right now, the car has run consistently in raw time at events with, say 100 to 110 cars total. It's placed 23rd, 24th in raw time, somewhere around there. I'm trying to crack the top 20. That's a big deal for me. If I can get in the top 20 in raw time with this big boat, I'll be pretty happy. The other thing that is new, and I'll have to crank it up. Work with me here. I'm going to try to do all these videos in one take, by the way. So whatever. Fast forward if you don't like what I'm doing here as I hold the keys in front of the camera. All right, so we're going to crank it up with the garage door closed because YOLO. There we go. All right, so hopefully you can hear. She sounds good. Everything's all right. Cool. Now, we'll slide in here as I get my fingers out of the way and flip this switch, which is hooked to a cord, which comes out of my little cubby hole in the dash. 4, 5, 6. Open it up. And they sound a little different. QTP, low profile cutouts. Goes from nice and quiet to loud and obnoxious. There's other videos on YouTube that will give you a good idea of what they sound like. Go ahead and search them, because here's what it sounds like, at least from my little crappy video. And the airbag light is on because I'm running a racing seat. And then we'll go ahead and close it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now it's nice and quiet. And there she is. And turn her off before I give myself carbon monoxide poisoning. All right. So yeah, like I said, been working on the car still, just haven't had time to film it or put anything on YouTube. Let's see, what else? Well, I took some notes. Oh yeah, upcoming. Brakes. I've got Carbotech pads. I don't know if you can see them up on that shelf right there. Those are the AX6. It took me a second to think of it. AX6 pads. Those are set and ready. I need new rotors. Rotors are on the way. Front rotors, I should say. Getting rid of the drilled and slotted and just going with slotted. That's from g8only.com. And also going to change out the brake fluid, flush brake fluid out to this crazy German stuff that I can't pronounce, but it's Type 200. That's what a lot of the cool kids are running, so I want to be cool, so there we go. And then the rear control arms. This is going to be something that I'm going to post either a success or fail video, I don't know, in the next month or so. Rear control arms. With the springs that are on the car, H&R springs, they settle a little bit over a month or so after I put them on. And even with the rolled and pulled fenders with the wide tires, that rear right there, just that side, just the driver's side, rubs when I hit some bad bumps. So that will be hopefully what I'm getting the control arms for. The control arms are from a Camaro 1LE, a 5th gen, 2010, 2011. Supposedly they bolt right up and everything is the exact same except the shock mount hole is about a 1/2 inch higher. And therefore that'll raise the rear end of the car about a 1/2 inch and won't change anything else with the suspension. That's what I'm hoping for. So yes, today is Saturday. The car's all cleaned up. It's got its little numbers and letters on it because tomorrow is autocross out at Lake Tech again. September event. We got 104 cars already registered. Holy crap. And then next week I might go to Sebring. Then in 2 months' time is the state championship at the firm. So yes, I'm going to hopefully record more. I'm going to do this on the basis that I'm talking to my son. So occasionally I might say things like, hi, buddy, and bye, buddy. But yeah, I figure that's easier for me to actually visualize somebody that I'm talking to instead of just me yelling at my phone. So stay tuned. More mods on the car and more autocross action. Bye, buddy.